Well, folks, it's playoff time. We have made it to the playoff portion of our playthrough. And this week, 12 of the 14 teams will be engaging in wildcard fun. If you would call it that, because the losers are eliminated. Yep, win and you advance. Lose and go home. It's that way now. So for this week's wild card game, I looked through all of them and found one good one that was really interesting. We got a battle of legendary quarterbacks to enjoy here. It's Aaron Rodgers on one side, not the one with the busted Achilles, but the good one, allegedly. And on the other side, it's Tom Brady, who's in his last year, so maybe he'll be on his way out. Not really, but you get the idea. But anyways, we got legendary quarterbacks. We've got very impressive teams. And we got a trip to the divisional round all on the line. And perhaps the coolest part is that both teams have the word Bay in them, too. Isn't that funny? Folks, we got a good one for today. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the wild card edition of our playthrough of Strat-O-Matic football. It's playoff time, yeah! Howdy folks, it's Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to the wild card edition of our Strat-O-Matic football playthrough. Where in this matchup, of all the 6 wild card games available, I ended up choosing this matchup between the 6-seeded Green Bay Packers, who finished 11-6, going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 3-seed in the NFC South winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers to me and everybody else. We're also 11-6. Alright, so how did both these teams get here before I set this up? So, first things first, we are in winner-take-all mode. Winner advances in the playoffs. Loser is done and over with. You're out of here. We don't want anything to deal with you until next season, so GTE, well, you know. Anyways, that's what we're doing. It's a 14-team tournament. 2 teams got byes, that is Kansas City and San Francisco. The other 12 are left to fend for themselves and hopefully make it in. Those 2 teams I mentioned will jump in next weekend, and then it'll be a winner-take-all, culminating in our Super Bowl. Much like last year, I will pick one game from the wild card and divisional rounds. I will play both championship AFC and NFC championship games out in their entirety over the final 2 weeks because we don't have a Pro Bowl. I don't care about it anyways, so, I mean, who does for that matter, so might as well. And then the Super Bowl will be uploaded in its entirety, no editing whatsoever. I'll post a full version and then just a simplified version later on. No live stream this year. It didn't. It probably is logistically not that ideal. So, sorry, everyone. It is what it is. And then for the 4 teams that had the worst records, well, they'll have their own thing, but we'll deal with that after the Super Bowl. So, that we'll deal with them later. So, anyways, now that we've taken care of that, the matchup I ended up selecting, in this case, was the NFC's 3 and 6 seeds. For the Packers, they are the visitors. They finished 11-6, much like they did in our timeline, and it was only good enough for 3rd place in the NFC North. Also good enough for our timeline. Oh, wait, okay, correction. They finished as the 7th seed in our timeline, but close enough. All right, whatever. Anyways, they're the 6th seed in the NFC. Had a pretty impressive 11-6 season, but that was how good the NFC North really was in this playthrough. For Tampa, they also finished 11-6, but because the NFC South was a lot weaker, they ended up winning the division outright, so they get to host this playoff game as a result. They will be the 3 seed, and they will go from there if it all works out. So they too have had an impressive season, sweeping their division, having the second best conference record in the NFC, behind the 49ers. And we'll see if that they can make a run here. Now, as for the winner of this game, well, I already rolled ahead and rolled all of the results, which I'll show just shortly here, just for the sake of housekeeping. I can already tell you that the winner of this game will go to 2 different areas. So if the Packers win, they get to take on the aforementioned 49ers, the 16-1 San Francisco 49ers, that is. So good luck to them if that does happen. If Tampa Bay were to win, well, they would get a trip to face another NFC North opponent. This time it'd be Minnesota, the team that won the NFC North with a 12-5 record, which we saw last week. And they would be on the road this time. The Vikings being the 2nd overall seed in the NFC. So 2 different paths should these teams win out. Okay, so this is kind of funny how this works out. Green Bay being the away team is in red. Tampa being the home team is in green. Their team colors are swapped, by the way. Sorry, can't help you there. That's how I've played it this whole season. That's how it's going to go. So, too bad. It's going to be a little slightly confusing, but it is what it is. Good news for the Packers is that they get to call this opening kickoff. Coin toss, excuse me. So, evens. No, Tampa will win it, and they tell Green Bay to start with the ball. So, all right, Green Bay gets to start with the ball here, and we will be underway from Tampa. All right, let's see what the opening kickoff brings us. Oh, a very short one to the 11-yard line and the number 1 back. That is not good. 10. See if Green Bay can take somewhat of advantage over here. No, and that could have been nasty, almost. So Keyshawn Nixon gets 23. So actually some good starting position for the Packers here. All right. Here's the Packers starting lineup, and there's unfortunately some injuries they're coming in with. One of their wide receivers, their starting tight end, and backup running back are all injured here. So this is gonna look a little bit different. Speaking of things that are different, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. Fun fact, like I said in the intro, he's somewhere else with a busted Achilles, but we have to deal with him here. Romeo Doubs is the split as Christian Watson is out with an injury. It'll be Randall Cobb as the slot/fullback. Aaron Jones is the halfback. His normal backup, A.J. Dillon, is injured. Mercedes Lewis is the tight end because Robert Tonyan is out with an injury, and Alan Lazard is the flanker. A little bit different than what I normally would start off with, but I'm afraid that's how it goes. So, anyways, we'll start off with a 1st and 10 here. Bucks play to run. Packers will throw it right out of the gate. And let's see. To Dobbs, this is guessed wrong. 6 yards. That's it. So Rodgers' first pass to Dobbs goes through pretty well. All right, 2nd and 4 here. Bucks missed this one too. Jones's first carry is going to go for 7 in the first. He gets up to the 47. So Aaron Jones gets a 7-yard gain on his first one. 1st and 10. They'll run it a second time. 8 on an off tackle this time. And this time, Jones goes nowhere. Oof. right, well, at least they stopped him that time. All right, 2nd and 10 here. This time the Bucs bring in their pass defense. 7 on a flat, and Dobbs is only going 5 this time. All right. So Rodgers has completed his first 2 passes. Let's see if he can do it again. And it's going to be 3rd and 5. 5 on a flat. 7 yards to Randall Cobb and a first. He's up to the 41 and goes out of bounds there. All right, Green Bay moving the ball quite efficiently here. 1st and 10. This actually will get missed. The short attempt to Lazard. 5 on a short, and it's incomplete. Intended for Lazard. As Rodgers was looking for him for the first time. All right, 2nd down here. Bucs will stay in the run somehow and miss this. Oh, that's an injury roll. Meanwhile, it's and a penalty on top of it. So it's to the receiver. It's the Dobbs guessed wrong. He has 10, unless this penalty does something. Uh-oh, I have the wrong one. It will not, so the 1st down counts, as will the injury. All right, so we have an injury timeout here. So let me resolve the 10 yards to Dobbs first and foremost. All right, and unfortunately, Tampa suffers an injury. Funny because they were injury-free right up until right about now. Ugh, hate to see it. It's all 4s, and it was 7-10. What defense they play? 3-4? The left end is gone for 2 games. So that is Akeem Hicks. He is out for 2 games. So, fortunately for him, he can still return for the Super Bowl should the Bucs make it that far. But from injuries, if it's 3 or more, your season's pretty much done at this point. I'm sorry to say. All right, 1st and 10, meanwhile. Bucs will stay in the run defense somehow. So they'll guess this correctly. And I have this set up wrong. Brilliant job, me. Let's see if that works for you. Meanwhile, Aaron Jones gets 4. All right. Let's see. All right. 2nd down here. Tampa misses this. 2nd and 6. 11. Aaron Jones is going for 9, and he gets the first, and the Packers now are in the red zone. To the 18 we go. All right. 1st and 10. This actually will get missed too, as it's a flat pass to Jones. 6 on a flat. Incomplete, though. Ouch. Rodgers was looking for Aaron Jones there, and it missed. All right, 2nd 10 and 10. This actually does get seen, believe it or not, and it's a short pass to Lazard. 7 on a short. And because Tampa's pass defense sucks, it's 10 yards and a first. Oof. So Lazard gets to the 8. And then we're going to have a 1st and goal to go situation right from there. Zard making his first catch of the game. All right, 1st and goal to go from the 8. Tampa misses this. 7 on a flat. Short gain, which means touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finds Randall Cobb, and he gets in for the 8-yard TD to start the scoring off. There we go. Very nice. Extra point from Mason Crosby. Would be good, but then this decided to happen. Opponent number 2, so the kick is good, and then as if that wasn't bad enough, there's an offsides. I'm going to say, nah, that doesn't mean anything. So penalty is declined / ignored. So Crosby makes the extra point. And look at that, folks. The Packers are the ones that strike first in this game. They drive down the field, and it results in an Aaron Rodgers 8-yard TD pass to Randall Cobb, and it's 7-0 Packers. Very nice drive there by Green Bay to get down the field. So Aaron Rodgers did his thing, even with 3 players that probably wouldn't be in here. Now let's see if Tom Brady can retaliate and do the same thing. So here we go. Kickoff. This is going to the 4-yard line, and the number 1 back will get a shot to return this. Usually when I see 11 or 3, that's a problem. Oh God, is this happening now? Are we gonna have chaos? Yes, we are. There's a penalty too, but unfortunately, guess what? Devin Tompkins is going to recover, turn this 14 yards, and that's a fumble! And Green Bay gets it! Oh, God, what happened? And this is returnable! And it goes for a touchdown! Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. This might be not getting destroyed. 1 second. It is a touchdown. Penalty doesn't matter. A special teams blunder. Oh, God. Oh, no. The kick returner fumbles it, and someone on the Buccaneers picks it up and returns it all the way back for an unexpected touchdown. Wait a minute. I think Crosby's okay. Oh, thank God. It's 11. That would be problematic. The kick is good. And I did not expect this to happen. But a special teams blunder just made this a 14-0 game just like that. Are you kidding me right now? So long story short, returner got it. Fumbled it right around here, and someone on Green Bay special teams unit picked it up and returned it into the end zone for 6 points. Unfreaking real. That is a first, too. That's the first time that somebody's offense has not taken the field, and it's already 2 scores. Wow, this is probably the worst possible start you could have asked for Tampa Bay. Unbelievable. Well, all right, let's try this again. And there's another penalty. Okay, so we're getting kind of the same roll. This time it's from the 7. Don't roll an 11, please. Okay, that's not an 11. Everything is fine. We're good. I mean, there's a penalty granted, but thank God this time. Devin Tompkins, who returns it yet again, is getting 21, but thankfully nothing happened there. He held on to the ball this time. He learned his lesson. And there's no penalty on this one either, so there is that. But, man, we really could have done without all of that. So Tampa gets it from the 28 down 2 scores unexpectedly. That is not ideal. Here's their starting lineup, meanwhile. I mentioned Tom Brady is the quarterback. Mike Evans is the split. They're going to bring in Russell Gage as the flanker. Leonard Fournette, better known as Playoff Lenny. Well, now they're going to really need him, being down 2 scores. He's the halfback. Cade Otton is the tight end. Chris Godwin is the flanker. Up until that last drive, there were no injuries for the Bucs, but obviously they've now lost a D lineman. Packers are missing a D lineman too. All right, now that those shenanigans just happened, 1st and 10. And Tampa decides to go, seeing how they're down 2 scores already, decides to throw it right from this jump. 5 on a short missed. It's going to Godwin. And how about we give him 15 in the first? So Brady's first pass goes for 15 right out of the gate to Chris Godwin. Don't worry, Tampa has the offensive talent to pull this one out. It's not the end of the world. All right, 1st and 10. Green Bay misses this Fournette run. 7, 5 yards for him. All right. Bring him up to the 48. Second and 5. It's an off-tackle run. Green Bay is actually going to sit on the pass and miss this. And Fournette, as a result, will get 6 in the first. Oops. And they don't call him Playoff Lenny for a reason here. All right, 1st and 10. This gets missed. A lot of missing all of a sudden here. Fournette is going to not get anything because it's incomplete. Brady was looking for him. All right, 2nd and 10. This gets missed too. 4 and a flat, and it goes for 8. And Otten will go all the way up to the 36. So he's, 38, excuse me, as he goes out of bounds there. Okay. So Cade Otten for 8. All right, 3rd and 2. This actually gets missed. 4 on a line, Buck. And Fournette's going to have a lot of yardage. It's a short gain. 1st down. How about 15 for Playoff Lenny? The man they call Playoff Lenny, that is. Oh, boy. Packers might want to put some hats on him. Oh, that's a D. Wrong. All right. 1st and 10. This gets missed yet again. Packers are just guessing wrong constantly. Fumble! My dice is gone. That doesn't count. Not again. 5 on a short. That's going to 13 to Godwin in a 1st down. And now all of a sudden it's the Bucs that are in scoring the red zone. And it's 1st and goal to go right from the 10 on top of that. So 1st and 10 or goal to go from the 10. Packers, oh boy, what do you want to do? What do I want to do? They're going to guess run. Oops, missed again. This one's headed in Mike Evans' direction. What does the penalty do? It nullifies a touchdown. It would be touchdown, except number 5 is being called. Oh! So Mike Evans has a touchdown, but then somebody on Tampa's offensive line committed holding. It's a 10-yard penalty. Touchdown gets wiped out. Ouch. Oh, I hate to see that. All right, 1st and goal to go from the 20 now. And yeah, now Green Bay is going to play pass. Oof. 10. Fournette gets 5 of those yards back. But it is still a whopping 2nd and 15. So let's not get too comfortable here. 9 on a flat to the receiver. It's going to Otten, who will then pick up 5. So look at that. Tampa's now right back to where they started. So good news, they got the holding penalty yardage back. Bad news, it's now 3rd and 10, essentially. All right, let's see if they can convert this. 3rd and 10. 8 on a short. Nope, they cannot. Incomplete. Brady was looking for Godwin, and he missed it, and unfortunately, that means we got to settle for a field goal. So Ryan Suckup will have to kick this one from 27 yards out. Kick is away. We should be fine. Oh, yeah. It's a 2 through 10, so it's good. All right, so there. At least Tampa got a field goal out of the whole deal. Sadly, they had a touchdown, and then one penalty decided to take that away. Are we going to have ref ball? Come on. I don't want to see ref ball. We don't need that in this playthrough. But nevertheless, Tampa gets a field goal. They at least get some points, but this is looking like a mess right off the bat here. It's 14-3. Green Bay leads. We're down to 5:45 in the first, just like that. So that kind of went a little bit longer than normal, but That's what happens when you have 2 long drives and then some special teams shenanigans. So, on that note, I will be moving us to the very next highlight. So, roll that beautiful footage, please, unless it involves another special teams fumble. And then I'm just going to probably sit and cry in the corner for a little bit. Or something along those lines. Just kidding. These are not either one of my teams. Anyways. Well. Tampa is driving down the field quite efficiently with a nice mix. And then we threw on a 5th personal foul penalty, because why not? Those dang 15-yard face masks. You just gotta stop doing them, teams. All right, 1st and 10 from the Tampa 13. Excuse me, the Green Bay 13, as Tampa's in the red zone. 12 on an off tackle. Short gain. This could be a touchdown. It is not. 1 yard short. Leonard Fournette almost gets in, but I'm afraid he's going to be 1 yard short. That was one of the 3 rolls where that didn't work. Oh, bummer. Leonard Fournette just misses the end zone. In comes Cameron Brate, and it's going to be 1st and goal right at the 1. All right. Let's see if Playoff Lenny can work his magic. And he will. Touchdown. Good way to end the first quarter with a Leonard Fournette 1 yard TD run. I'm going to kick the extra point. No need to go for 2 this early. So Ryan Supcup will get the extra point as he doinks it off the crossbar. He almost missed it, believe it or not. But you know what? As long as he gets it, so be it. So, an impressive drive by the, Whoa, excuse you, scoreboard operator. An impressive drive by the Bucs culminates in a 1 yard TD1 from Leonard Fournette. And right as the first quarter ends, the Bucs managed to close the gap a little bit. As I neaten out the scoreboard a little bit. 14-10. Again, the first quarter literally just ended. That was the last play. But yes, nice recovery from the Bucs for at least the time being after they spotted Green Bay 2 touchdowns there. I was starting to get a little concerned, but alas, they managed to recover, shake off that special teams blunder, and there you go. So, again, we've now entered the second quarter, so we'll see if this crazy scoring we got going continues or not, because 24 combined points in that quarter, yeah, that was some wild shenanigans. Could have been 28, but then the referees decided no bueno on that. How dare they? Ugh, stupid refs. Oh, well. All right. We've returned, and it's a 3rd and 2 as Tampa is knocking on the door here to potentially taking the go-ahead touchdown, at least for right now. So 3rd and 2 from the Green Bay 14. They are going to run it. Tampa thinks Fournette is going to get it, and they turned out to be right. Uh-oh. Oh, this could be bad. Yep. 6, unless this is, well, okay. 6 through 12, it's not. And that's what that is, but it's still a loss of 1. So Fournette, unfortunately, loses a yard, but fortunately, the fumble rule does not do anything, and we're left with a 4th and 3. And I think I'm going to go for it. Why the heck not? 4th and 3. Green Bay does see this pass coming, and here we go. 4th and 3. Yep. It is a short gain. It's a 1st down. The only question is, it's a touchdown. 2 through 7, it is. No! And for the 2nd time in a row, Tampa gets stopped at the 1. It's Mike Evans. Good news, he gets the 1st down and the 4th and 3 conversion. Bad news, he's 1 yard away from scoring a touchdown. So that's twice he's been denied touchdowns. Good grief. First was from the referees. Now it's from the Green Bay defense. Wonderful. Since Cade Otton got injured, unfortunately, Keefe will be making an appearance at tight end as Brate switches over to the blocking back. I kind of forgot to mention that, but that's what we're staring at right now from that front. Meanwhile, it's first and goal to go right at the 1. Let's see if Fournette can get another TD. Yep, he's getting himself a second touchdown! Fournette finishes the drive yet again, much like the last time this happened. And, well, there you go, folks. Tampa, after spotting Green Bay 2 touchdowns, now has the lead and make it a 3-point lead. As Ryan Suckup makes the extra point. This time he doesn't doink anything off the crossbar. And there you go, folks. After spotting Green Bay 2 touchdowns early on, one on the opening drive, one on a botched kickoff return, Tampa has come back. Their defense has been shutting down Green Bay, and now they scored 17 unanswered to take the lead, 17-14. Very nice drive, nice 4th down conversion. They're doing pretty good right now. Their offense is just absolutely rolling, and Packers, their defense is just... They need to pick it up and lock these Tampa players up because they're going wild right now. It's just they're not stopping them at all. So that's how you go from 14-0 to 17-14 just like that. So we got 5:15 remaining. Tampa gets the ball to start the second half. But let's see if Green Bay can do something with this upcoming drive. So, all right. A touchback with a penalty. Oh, that's wonderful. Nope. Green Bay gets it at the 25. All right. So no kickoff return for Mixon to try to make this any more manageable. Christian Watson tried to run away. Apology. Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, boy. Okay, technical difficulties have been removed. Sorry about that. Oh dear, 1st and 10. We're going through it. Christian Watson tried to run away. I caught him, but then my camera decided to die out. Why not? The backup tight end, and instead he almost found the guy covering him, but alas, not so fast. All right, out comes the punter on 4th and 3. That didn't go the way I thought it would. Oh, yikes! And we have a blocked punt! The punt is blocked! It's going to be a fumble as a result. All right, treat this like a fumble roll. And Tampa gets it at the 22 as they pounce on it. Oh, yikes. Yikes, just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for the Packers, a blocked punt then happens. Oh, so it's now their turn to make a special teams blunder. So Tampa blocks the punt. They plop on the ball but can't do anything with it. But who cares? They have it at the Green Bay 22. Now, blocked punts are basically like fumbles. Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. Ugh, you hate to see that. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22. If Tampa plays this correctly, they're going to do that thing where they double dip. So we'll stick with this. But 3:45 remaining. We'll see. 1st and 10 from the 22. 11. No yardage for Leonard Fournette whatsoever. Okay. How about a 2nd down now and 10? Green Bay is going to miss this. 3, it's a short gain for Russell Gage. How about 17, and Gage is all the way down to the 5. And then now we have a 1st and goal to go situation. Uh-oh. So things couldn't get any worse for Green Bay here. They're about to. It's 1st and goal to go right at the 5. 9, Fournette's first carry is for 2. Unless... Nope, no penalties. Okay. Fournette gets 2 there. Wait a minute now. Hold up. Pull it back because Green Bay is going to use a timeout. That's their first. It took me a little bit to thought about that, but I was thinking about the time. I'm like, yeah, okay, we'll try it. All right. Second down here and 3. First off, Keith is back in for Gage. Braid has to move over to the blocking back spot because Keith or Keft is, whatever you want to pronounce him, is kind of in the pure tight end spot. So let's see. All right, we'll try it. And the Green Bay does see this coming. So second and 3. Second and goal from the 3, I should say. And unfortunately, guess what Leonard Fournette has? Another touchdown! Playoff Lenny has entered the chat. He is making an appearance after all. He's already got 3 rushing TDs, and we haven't even cracked halftime yet. The extra point doinks off the crossbar, but it's still good. That's the second time Ryan Suckup has tried to miss an extra point, but he has fortunately not succeeded in that department. Nevertheless, it is now a 10-point lead for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A special teams blunder, a blocked punt, leads to Leonard Fournette's 3rd TD of the game. And there are 2.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Tampa does get the ball back to start the second half. So maybe Green Bay would be wise to score with as little time, if not none, remaining. Green Bay is still in this, but it's not looking good, especially when you give up 24 unanswered and then have all sorts of offensive terrible offense. And then a special teams blunder. 9 yards in the back of the end zone. Speaking of special teams blunders, why are we returning this? All right, well, that's number 5. It's not a fumble, thankfully. Nixon gets 27, so he's up to the 18. All right, not exactly good field position at all, and there's 2:15 remaining. Packers have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, which will happen on the very next play, regardless of what happens here. And I'm going to do something a little nuts. Samori Torres checking into the game. That's the 4th wide receiver. All right, so Packers are now bringing in 4 wide receivers and Aaron Jones here. And this is actually going to get missed. 1st and 10. It's a surprise end run. This will bring us down to the 2-minute warning regardless what happens here. Let's see. Aaron Jones only gets 4, so he gets up to the 22. And again, there's your 2-minute warning, essentially. So it's 2nd and 6. 5 on a flat. 8 yards for Cobb, and he gets the first. All right, 1st and 10 here. Five and a flat. It's just 7 yards there for Romeo Dobbs, who goes out of bounds. All right, 1st and 10 here. Yeah, this will get missed. This is that random end run. It's actually 2nd and 3. I misspoke. My bad. 8. Well, at least Aaron Jones got out of bounds and got the first down, so there is that. So I'll call that a success. 3 yards in the first as Aaron Jones goes out of bounds right at the marker at the 40-yard line. Okay, 1st and 10 here. Six on a short. And Rodgers is taking a sack. Ouch. An 11-yard sack, to be exact. Oh, that's not good. Ouch. That is Akeem Hicks yet again, getting his 2nd sack of the game. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. It was the guy that got injured earlier. He didn't get a sack. That was Devin White. So Hicks's backup gets this one, and I'm going to say Logan Hall, who's in there as his backup, gets the sack. So, my bad. Green Bay's actually going to take a timeout, though. That's their first. So we'll rewind the clock there, and it's now 2nd and 21. You can kind of see why. They're going to give him this end run, though. All right, 2nd and 21. That's not ideal. And Jones goes nowhere, which will cause Green Bay to utilize another timeout. That's their second. So, excuse me, Tampa's using these timeouts, not Green Bay. My apologies. So now we got 3rd and 21. This is not good. Ugh. All right, 3rd and 21. 5 and a long. Oh, it's the long gain, but it works. Oh, no. All right, let's roll the long gain. Dude. It's 50 yards if this stands. And the referees take it away. The referees take it away. Holding against the offense. We're accepting that 10-yard penalty, obviously. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, wonderful. So the 50-yard gain goes away. Nice. Just nice. Well, now they can get it. All right, 3rd and whatever this is. I'm just going to run an off-tackle end run and hope for the best. And Aaron Jones gets a short gain, but that's not even anywhere close. Hey, at least he got 19, so there is that. So he got 19 of the 31 he needed, but we're not even remotely close here. So Jones gets to the 38. I'm having Tampa take its final timeout. They have no more remaining, and they're definitely getting the ball back for sure, as it's now 4th down and at 12, which looks better than 4th and 31. But all right, let's have this punt not be blocked. Oh, it got very close to being a punt blocked, and it only goes 33 yards. Isn't that wonderful? 33-yard punt. Fortunately, it wasn't blocked, but it was very close to being so. From the 29, returned for a gain of nothing. Tompkins calls for a fair catch. Okay, so that's still really good field position for Tampa as they'll get it with 52 seconds remaining. They have no timeouts, but they don't care. All right, Tampa's going to obviously try and score at least once. Goal is to get into field goal range and nothing further. So we'll see what happens here. They've got 52 seconds, no timeouts left. We're getting a Julio Jones sighting of all things, which is kind of funny. And Scotty Miller's checking in. So they're going 5 wide right out of the gate. They're making no secret of what they want to do here. All right. 1st and 10 here. I've got options from the 29. Again, no timeouts. There's 52 seconds remaining. Green Bay has 2. How do I want to play this now? I know Green Bay's playing the pass. That one's obvious. All right. 1st and 10. 7 and a short, and we start off with a 10-yard gain from Godwin, who goes out of bounds. 1st down. There we go. There we go. That's what they needed to start us off. All right, Godwin for 10. Another 1st and 10 here. Why not? We'll try Julio Jones. 1st and 10. He's not the same Julio Jones, but it's effective. Oh, Brady is getting sacked. Ouch. Never mind. 9-yard loss on the play as number 1 gets it. And some reason they take a timeout there. Green Bay does. That's their first. believe he's injured, right? No, Dean Lowry is not injured, and he just collected his second sack of the game. All right, 2nd and 19. And that's going to yield an injury roll, and it was very close to a long gain, but nevertheless it's incomplete to Mike Evans. That was close. That was close. 11 would have been the roll they needed for a long gain. Unfortunately for Green Bay, they do suffer an injury. 3 for 6. What defense did they play? 3-4? The right end is done for this game and the next one if they advance. That's Jerron Reed. So Jerron Reed is done for this game, and should they advance the next one? Meanwhile, we've got a 3rd and 19 over here. Thank you, penalty, for ruining everything. Excuse me, sack. 3rd and 19. 7 on a long. Nothing's there, so incomplete. He was looking for Godwin there. And Evans, and found nothing. So out comes the punter on 4th down. Oh boy, we have a penalty coming up. 54-yarder, by the way. Returned for a gain of... Now we have dueling penalties. Oh, this ought to be fun. Was it... What did I roll this for again? 54-yard punts on a number 2. Oh, so that one's going for 17. Okay, so it goes up to the 33, but we'll have to roll both penalties here. First Tampa. Nothing. Then Green Bay. Something. Number 1. Ew. An illegal block, which is going to send this backwards to 15. Okay, so this goes to the 18 now. So Green Bay commits an illegal block penalty, and with 15 seconds left, they're at the 18. Well, that's kind of a bummer there. All right. Green Bay just has a lone timeout and nothing more. What do I want to do? I could just run out the clock here and run it, but let's see. Yeah, Tampa gets the ball to start the second half, excuse me. I suppose I could try one. Watch this end up being some kind of mistake. We do have a timeout left, so it's not, no, you guys swap. We do have a timeout left, so it's not the end of the world here, but I'll try one. All right, 1st and 10. Got 15 seconds remaining. Got a timeout. See if this works. You never know. We had a 50-yarder called back after all. All right, let's hopefully this one doesn't get called back either. It's a 29-yarder if it stands. And then opponent number 2. So it does. Uh-oh. And a personal foul penalty. Oh. So Lazard gets 29 yards. So here's what happened. Lazard gets 29 on the catch here. He's all the way up to the 47 as of right now. So let me get that in first. So Lazard for 29 in the first down. And then on top of that, Tampa committed a 15-yard penalty of some kind. So they're now up to the Green Bay is now up to the 38. They are within Mason Crosby field goal range, but it's not really good. 2 for 4. I'm going to try to just short pass it, see if I can get closer here. We still have a timeout, mind you. 1st and 10 from the 38, while the down and distance is now meaningless. So it's technically 1st and 10, but it's really meaningless. So let's see if we can get into field goal range, better field goal range. 7 on a short. Oh, we did all right. 10 yards in the first. So how about 10 yards to Alan Lazard? There is a split second remaining. Green Bay would have used their timeout anyways, but they don't need to do it. So Lazard gets 10 more. And now we can have Mason Crosby kick a field goal. No icing the kicker because there are no timeouts. So let's see. Mason Crosby attempting this from 45 to end the half. The kick is up. And it is good. Wait. Yes, it is. It's good. So good thing Green Bay got those additional 10 yards because that would not have worked out. So there you go. Green Bay does, in fact, get points in this quarter. It looked like for a minute they were going to get shut out, but then the long pass to Lazard, the penalty, and then the 10-yard completion ends up saving them. So Crosby kicks a 49-yarder to end the half. And Green Bay is only down by a touchdown instead of 10, thanks to some resourceful play and an unfortunate error by Tampa Bay, who gets the ball to start the second half. So that works out well for Green Bay. Here's the stats from the first half, as you can see. Yep, need one more field goal. Look at Tampa on the offense. They were really moving the ball. 249 yards of total offense, if my math is correct. Brady, 15 of 22, 170. No touchdowns or picks, but that's because Leonard Fournette, a.k.a. Playoff Lenny, is getting them all. 3 TDs. Playoff Lenny, he is here. He is here, and he is dominating this one, just like you would like drew it up. Both Godwin and Evans have 4 for 55. Not much doing on the receiving front. Russell Gage has caught a couple passes. Ryan Suckup has hit a field goal. And then Devin White and the replacement for Hicks have gotten sacks for Green Bay. For Tampa, excuse me. Speaking of Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is 12 of 20 for 123 and a touchdown. That touchdown went to Randall Cobb, 4 for 36 for him. Lazard is 4 for 59. Aaron Jones is doing okay, 12 for 61. Lowry has 2 sacks. And then the special teams, you saw it on the opening kickoff, well, on the second kickoff after Green Bay scored. Forced the fumble and then brought it back for a TD to make it 14-0. And well, you see how well that worked out for Green Bay. Spoiler, up until then, it didn't work out at all. And it still kind of hasn't, but you know what? It is what it is. So Tampa, as I mentioned, will get the ball to start the second half here, and hopefully things can get a little bit better for them. They are they're doing really well, but they could have gone without what just happened there on that last drive, or the first 2 drives. But nevertheless, they find themselves leading this game 24-17. Again, just to reiterate how this works, if Green Bay wins, they'll head to San Francisco for their divisional round game. If Tampa wins, they'll head to Minnesota for their divisional round game. So we'll see what happens here. So here comes the second half. All right. Apparently, Green Bay's defense did not tighten up because Rachaad White has been running wild all over him. And then Green Bay decided to tack on a 15-yard personal foul penalty just now because why not? All right, 1st and goal to go from the 9 as a result. Rachaad White, who's been carrying it effectively, only gets 2 on this one. All right, 2nd down, and this one actually gets missed. Green Bay thinks they're going to pass it, not so fast. And no! So close for Rachaad White. He is a yard away from scoring. He gets 6, but he needed 7 to enter that end zone. Ouch. All right. In comes O'Keefe. Russell Gage ain't here anymore. 3rd and 1. This actually gets missed. 9 on a flat. To the receiver, it's going to Brate. This was guessed wrong. Does the touchdown count? Yes, it does. Touchdown. Brady fakes it, and it ends up going to Cameron Brate instead for the 1-yard TD. Oh, wow, I've thrown to so many people, I need to actually drag that down. That's unusual. So Cameron Brate collects the TD on that one. surprise. Oh, extra point, meanwhile, is good. Okay. And Tampa takes the opening possession and picks up literally right where they left off there. An effective drive led by a lot of long Rachaad White runs, and it ends with a 1-yard TD pass from Tom Brady to Cameron Brate. And Tampa continues their run. 1-3 run, that is, as they now lead 31-17. Ouch. Green Bay's defense is apparently not shown up. That is not good. And apparently neither is their offense, for that matter. So they need to have their defense. If their defense isn't going to tighten up, their offense is going to need to help them out, carry this one back, or else it could be disaster here. All right, onward. All right. Well, we've arrived to a 4th and 1 at the Tampa 46. Green Bay is going for it. And then they're going to have an Aaron Jones off-tackle run that Tampa is actually going to miss. All right, 4th and 1. 5. Oh, well, that sucks. The only question now is, does Aaron Jones fumble, or will they take over right then and there? No, he does not fumble, but who cares? Stuffed at the 46 by Tampa's run defense. Turnover on downs. Doesn't matter. So they tried to give it to Aaron Jones, and they failed. They actually had 3rd and 1, and on 2 attempts to Aaron Jones, neither works out. That's a real shame there. But Green Bay was down by 2 touchdowns, so they kind of had no choice. Let's hope they don't pay for it now as a result of that. We got 10-15 left in this third, but it's looking like this one's turning into even more, threatening to go to be even more of a disaster. All right, false start now makes this a 3rd and 8. 4 on a short. Uh-oh, this is a problem. Unless it's a 7 through 10. Picked off! Intercepted. Green Bay gets their second turnover of the game. Well, isn't that wonderful? Returned for a gain of... I don't need to roll that one. $25 yards, so they'll have it at the 39 there with 8:45. Ouchies. So Brady, I'm afraid, throws his first interception of the game as he was looking for Mike Evans. And instead of Mike Evans, he completes the pass to Jair Alexander. Whoopsies. That's not your teammate, Tom. You might want to throw it to your own guys, but look at that. Green Bay actually gets a turnover, and they finally have something here. A possession in Green Bay territory, Tampa territory, at the 39-yard line, well within scoring range here. So they actually might have a shot to do something here. Wow. Have the tables turned? Maybe. We'll see if this leads to anything, but nevertheless, Green Bay will have the ball there. Apparently, Green Bay really must want to score because it took them 2 plays to get to the red zone. 2 Aaron Jones runs later, and they're here, and here's a 3rd one, because why not? 2nd and 4 from the 16. Oh, that's going to cause some problems now, ain't it? Well, first off, let's start off with the fact that Aaron Jones just lost 2 yards. So we'll address that first. And then how about another defensive injury for Tampa Bay? Because why not? They've already got 1 this game. Let's throw in a second one. 10 for 8. Okay, it's not terrible. Their free safety's out for the game, so it could be worse. That would be Antoine Winfield going down for the game, but nothing more. Okay, so at least 2 of the free injuries they've suffered haven't been bad. Just this game. Meanwhile, back to the game, speaking of which, and it's 3rd and 6. So there is that. To the receiver, it's going to Dobbs. It was seen. And no, incomplete. Rodgers was looking for Dobbs. Okay, 4th and 6. See if I get the field goal. I mean, I'm down by what? 11? I mean, I got a turnover. I got to get some points off of this. Field goal. Mason Crosby, do your thing from 35. Or 34, excuse me. Yep, he did the thing. All right, it's good. All right, yeah. I mean, I got to get points off of the turnover. So, there you go. So, Packers do indeed get a field goal after the Tom Brady interception there. And they now narrow the deficit to 11, 31-20. There's 7 minutes remaining in the third, so still plenty of time to come back there. So, really a field goal and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion tied a game. So, there you go. Hey, when you get turnovers, you got to get points off of them. Otherwise, what was the whole point of all that? So, anyways, Green Bay still has another shot, but they're kind of... So, plenty of time for them to make this thing doable, but they've been struggling. So, we'll see what happens. All right, it was depressing having that long touchdown taken away, but now somehow it ended up turning into a 4th and 1, and I'm going to go for it, much to the shock of Tampa here, Green Bay here. What are we calling on the defense? Well, we just had 3 long passes. I think they'll pass it. Uh-oh, it's actually a line buck from Fournette. They missed this, and on 4th and 1... Well, that sucks. The only question now is, will Fournette fumble the football, or will it be turnover on downs right then and there? No, it's turnover on downs. So much like Tampa Bay, Fournette gets stuffed, and Green Bay has absolutely perfect field position. Well, that was not supposed to happen. So as if having a touchdown taken off the board was bad enough, Tampa fails to convert a 4th and 1. And now Green Bay has a shot to possibly do some damage here. Whoops. That's what I get for being greedy instead of punting it, but, you know, it is what it is. So, Green Bay takes over at the Tampa 47, and maybe they can continue this little comeback they've got going. Who knows? All right, this is crunch time now. Third quarter is over. It is 31-20 Bucks. Packers have the ball at the their own 28. It's a second down here, and they're looking to try to drive this, so we'll see what happens. But Packers, you need at least 2 scores to keep this game going. Otherwise, you are going to lose. So you need to do something. If there was ever a time, do it now. All right. Wonderful. Good job. You're really ruining things. You've got 7 minutes left in this game. You do realize you need 2 to stop them, right? 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 16. Fournette on his first carry gets 3. Oh, that was close to being an injury roll. All right, 2nd and 7. They're going to miss this. Five on a flat, and Evans will have 11 in the first, and he's all the way down to the 2. So he gets pushed out of bounds there. So Mike Evans was 2 yards away from scoring. Nevertheless, he gets the first down. And it is indeed 1st and goal to go. Keith makes his return at the tight end spot. First and Fournette. Can he get his 4th touchdown of the game? Not yet. In fact, he didn't even get anything at all. Oh, bummer. All right, 2nd and goal to go from the 2. Do it again, but this time off tackle it. No, and then on top of that, there's a potential penalty roll that does nothing. Okay. All right, Lenny, you tried. And I'm afraid playoff Lenny did not make an appearance, so it's 3rd and goal to go. Green Bay does see this coming. 6 on a flat. Short gain. Doesn't matter, so touchdown. There we go. Mike Evans finally has a TD. Hooray! If you recall, he had one called back earlier. Well, call that one back, refs. Oh, wait, you're not going to? Well, all right, so be it. 17. I'm up by 17, right? Hold on a minute now. I might go for 2 here just cuz. You know what? It's not going to mean anything, but why not? I'm up by free scores. This is mostly harmless, so why not? 2-point conversion incoming. Green Bay actually misses this. And Fournette is going to get 5, so there it is. 2-point conversion is good. And I'm like, yeah, why the heck not? So there we go. 2-point conversion works. And this is not good if you're Green Bay here because we're basically running out of time here as Tampa now has made this a 3-score game with 5 minutes remaining, 39-20. And, of course, the awesome field position, I should say, gets converted into a TD pass to Mike Evans from 2 yards out. So Mike Evans does find the end zone despite having a touchdown called back earlier. Like I said, Tampa's had 2 of those, so it is what it is. All right, well, we'll stick with this because Tampa's got a score on this. Green Bay, has got a score on this, or they are in deep you-know-what. From the 4 and the number 1 back. They are getting 28 unless this means something. I have to read their card. Oh, opponent is offsides. Oh, wonderful. So they get the 28. They're up to the 37. Oh, I know where this is going. If we know Aaron Rodgers, we know where this is going, so I will not call the offsides until the very next play. That's how this play. So keep that in mind. I know running the ball doesn't mean anything, but so be it. All right, first order of business. Does Aaron Rodgers see this offsides? No, he does not. So this goes on as normal. They're going to pass it anyways, 1st and 10. But this is about to be a 1st and 5, so they got nothing to lose. 7 on a short, 10 yards. The offsides gets called, but it gets declined now, so 1st down. So Lazard goes for 10. And the Packers really have no choice but to just sling it and hope for the best. All right, 1st and 10 again. Incomplete unless the penalty means something. Which it won't. Incomplete. I was looking for Dobbs there. All right, 2nd down here. 7 on a flat, and short gain for Randall Cobb as he goes out of bounds 2. How about 17 in the 1st? So he's down to the 36. All right, there we go. Randall Cobb for 17 in the 1st. All righty, 1st and 10 here. We're going to try it. Going to try to take shots at the end zone every once in a while. 1st and 10 from the Tampa 36. 8 on a long. Ooh, so close, but what's this penalty? Opponent number 2. Uh-oh. This is probably going to be pass interference, right? Yep. Pass interference. Yeah, well, it goes for 25 yards. Strat is very wonky in how the pass interference penalties work. So we'll say they'll get it at 25 yards downfield. 1st and 10 at the 11. So there you go. Packers are now in the red zone. 1st and 10. Good job, Tampa. 5 on a short. To the receiver, it's going to Dobbs. And no, incomplete. Close. Close. Not there. 2nd down, and surprisingly, this gets missed. All right, 11 on the random end run, goes for 2, and at least Aaron Jones was able to go out of bounds. Thought I'd throw him off guard a little bit, but I guess that didn't work. All right, 3rd and 8. 9 on a flat with a penalty. That is going to the receiver. Let's see what Cobb gets. 6. Play doesn't happen. False start. Well, okay, that's wonderful. 3rd and 13 instead. Yippee. Oh. 9 on a short. To the receiver, to Lazard. Incomplete. Rodgers misses Lazard on that one. Oh boy. I need what? 3 scores? And a field goal has to be one of them, so I might as well have Mason Crosby kick the field goal to even have remotely a shot. This is from 31? Yeah, this is from 31, so this shouldn't be too much to ask for. So Mason Crosby gets to kick up, and it is good. Nice try. I tried to blow my thing off there, but with 2.5, there's 2.5 remaining, and Crosby makes the field goal there, and the Packers do pull to within 2 scores. So I guess that mission accomplished, but my goodness, they have not scored a touchdown. Their offense has not reached the end zone since their opening drive. Their and they've just done nothing but field goals. Yeah, they had a special teams touchdown, but not like that's done anything. 39-23 with 2.5 remaining. This is like so early to do this, but I do have all my timeouts and we'll risk it. Onside kick. Basically, Packers need a 2, 3, 11, or 12. Otherwise, Tampa gets it wherever this says. So here we go. Onside kicking it. Why not? We don't need this. Ooh, well, there was a 2, but they needed a 1 to go with it. Yeah, Tampa gets it at the 46. And there will be, yeah, that does count as a play, so 2:15 remaining. Good news for Green Bay, they do have all their timeouts. So if it means anything, good job, mate. As I was saying, if it means anything, they got all their timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So this is not over by a long shot, but, you know, they got to stop Tampa's running game. Speaking of which, I think Rachaad White needs to come in because he has a lot of carries. Fournette does. All right, 1st and 10. We all know a running play is coming. Or do we? No, I'm just kidding. 8. White gets nothing. There's your 2-minute warning. So that stops the clock. So there's your free timeout. All right, 2nd and 10. Now Green Bay is going to actually have to start using them regardless of what happens here. And White's going to have 7 yards. So he's 3 away. There's timeout number 1 from Tampa. That's their first. All right, 3rd and 3. I'm going for the run here. Let's try it. 3rd and 3. 8 on a line buck. And he gets it. White gets 6 in the first. There it is. A timeout happens from... you know what? No, not yet. So Green Bay will just let this run. All right, 1st and 10. This is not looking good. One more first down pretty much ends the game. 2-yard loss for Rachaad White, I'm afraid. And there's timeout number 2. 2nd and 12. 8 on a line buck. 6 more for Rachaad White. Gets to the 37. Green Bay uses their last timeout. All right. 3rd down and, yeah, whatever this is. 6. Oh, heck. We might have to try an end run. 9. Oh, my goodness. Rachaad White, what are you doing? It's a 6-yard loss. I mean, granted, they cannot stop the clock, but that doesn't work. Nah, they weren't in suck-up field goal range, but that pretty much eliminates that thought. All right, coffin kick time. Just to pin him deep, because why not? So let's start by rolling this. It's a 49-yard punt minus 44, 39, 33. So this one goes out of bounds at the 10. This one's pretty much over if I'm looking at this correctly. So, yeah. Yeah, because we got about, what, 30 seconds remaining? Yeah. All right. We're going to need some kind of miracle to pull this off here. So, 30 seconds, no timeouts. I think we all know how this is going to end. Tampa looks like they're about to make a trip to Minnesota. That's what it looks like unless some weird thing happens here that allows Green Bay to at bare minimum tie this. But this looks about as bad as it looks. I'll just leave it at that. All right. I have to throw a long pass to have any shot at this, but 1st and 10 from the 10. 11 on a long. And this is going to end the game unless this is an 11. It's an interception roll. Yep, that's what I thought would happen. Intercepted, picked off. And an 11 wasn't rolled, so we're good there. And it gets returned for 25 yards. It would have been hilarious if that was a pick 6, but no. So they were looking for Lazard, and the man that get the last interception here was Carlton Davis. So Rodgers was looking for Lazard and instead found Carlton Davis, and I'm afraid that's how the game ends for the Packers as they are unceremoniously eliminated. Brady will take one knee. That's all it needs to do. And there you go. That's how the game in a nutshell. And there you go. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers advance with a 39-23 victory. They are on the Minnesota and Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, get the heck out of here. Final stats in this one as Tampa wins. We have Tom Brady going 26 of 37 for 240, 2 TDs and a pick. Very nice game for him. Leonard Fournette got 100 yards and 3 TDs, so good to see playoff Lenny did make an appearance. Rachaad White was 9 for 66, equally impressive game from him running the football. Mike Evans had a touchdown, so this is kind of odd. Mike Evans had 1 TD. He had 9 for 96. Could have had 2, but 1 was called back. Cameron Brate had the other TD, by the way. Chris Godwin was 4 for 55, but he also could have had a TD, which also got called back. So apparently Tom Brady threw as many TDs for real as he did having the referees call him back for holding penalties. Makes sense to me. See, ref ball is why we can't have nice things around here. Outside of that, defensively, we had a sack from Devin White, 2 sacks from Hall, who was replacing Hicks, and then Carlton Davis had that last interception to seal the deal for the turnover department. For the Packers, Rodgers did not expect them to have that completion percentage, but I guess when you lose 2 of your top targets, that's what happens. 17-36, 175, a touchdown, and a late pick that makes his rating even worse. Aaron Jones had a decent game, but no TDs. Randall Cobb had the TD pass, 7 for 64. Lazard was 5 for 69. Nice, but not so much in the fact that they didn't win the game. Special teams had the other TD on that botched kickoff we saw at the very beginning of the game. Jair Alexander had a pick. Lowry had 2 sacks. But I'm afraid for the Green Bay Packers, it is game over. Sorry, you are officially eliminated. Get the heck out. We don't want to see you anymore. So that'll do it for them. But for Tampa, you get to go one more round. And next up for them is a date in Minnesota with the Vikings. So the Buccaneers now get another NFC North team, only this one actually won the division. Speaking of NFC North teams, that means the other matchup will be the Detroit Lions, who won their playoff game as we saw earlier. They get to draw the 49ers, I'm afraid. So we'll see if the NFC title game from last season we had in our timeline ends up being anything, or if the Niners will be too overpowered. For us, though, we're heading to the AFC. I'm already declaring what next week's game will be. Speaking of top seeds, it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs making their playoff arrival, even though they shouldn't be in the top seed, but that's how it turned out because, of course, they did something to allow that. And the defending champion Miami Dolphins, who pulled off an upset of Cleveland, will be the team that tries to prevent them from winning. So, unfortunately, I am now allowed to kind of screw the Chiefs over, so if they lose, so be it. So, Dolphins-Chiefs next week in the divisional round, and then we play both playoff championship games for real. So, with that being said, some good stuff to look forward to. But alas, that concludes this episode. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all. All right. So how do we screw over the Chiefs next week? Seriously, does any one of you tech goblins have any ideas? Anyone? The camera's still whirling? Wait, what? Oh, it is. None of y'all heard that. Bye.